Mr. Scott's office supply store can bring the best out of your employees with our state-of-the-art office furniture.
Oh, can they now? That sounds really great. Thank you for that ad. Hi, welcome back to Big Ambitions. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm taking a second to call Ventander because I need a loan. You see, I've been paying off the loan the last couple of days. I've been trying to get rid of that just because I don't want to have it sitting there lingering, charging me $1,000 a day of interest. I know I'm cheap. But I actually need it because I would actually like to get my factory going a little bit faster. So I am going to, instead of paying this off, I'm going to take some more loans here and look at that. So this is how I'm going to do it. I've got 180,000 left. My daily interest on that is 867. That's completely blown out of proportion because that's based on the original 800,000 amount. So we're going to pay this off. So here's what we're going to do with Ventander, right? If we were to put in the $800,000, remember the daily interest that you're paying is calculated based on the original amount. So that's 867 for the $800,000 loan, right? So we don't want that. So I'm going to go 100,000 here. That's going to bring that down to 109. Now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Then we're also going to go ahead and do it again. And we're going to do this 8 times. Okay. And this allows me to pay off in waves. I can pay these different individual loans off and have the daily interest that's hitting me also go down with it. I know it seems a little bit absurd to have to do that, but that's kind of the way it is. You could do smaller amounts too. Like I could do, say, for example, 50,000 in a couple of loans, and I could do as many of these as I want, just as long as I do it and don't go over 800,000 total is the idea. So I think I'm going to just go 100,000 on pretty much all of these. And, here we go, just 100,000 there, and we'll just keep doing this until I max it out, basically. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is right here. Got a $100,000 loan here. That's 200,000, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Right. So now we borrowed $800,000, and the daily interest accumulation is slightly higher than 867, but at least now I can chip away at it and have less interest accumulating over time by paying off the individual smaller amounts. And that's kind of how we're going to do it from there. So I have $1 million again. What am I going to do with that $1 million? Well, we're going to head on over to the factory because there's a delivery coming. Yeah, I got another delivery scheduled for 10 o'clock this morning. And we're going to be bringing in 2 additional laser cutting machines, as well as another polisher and another consumer goods machine. I got about, I forget how many it was. I think I'm ordering 12 more conveyor belts and like 1 more splitter as well, just to have an even number of splitters as well. So we're going to be looking at, hello. I kind of figured he was going to do that. We're going to be going and setting this up, and it's the same number of employees, right? The employees are only on the input and output stations, so I can add capacity for more jewelry production and really not hit my daily costs, right? It's only fixed cost, one-time fixed cost, and then I can increase and have more of the jewelry coming in. So that's what I'm aiming to do right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and park right here. And I could sleep in my car at 10 o'clock for 10 o'clock, but I just want to go in and check on things anyway. So let's go on inside and see what's going on in here. So this is our current layout. If you needed a refresher from the last video, it kind of looks a little bit like this. You can see right here, it's kind of a dead end, right? We could have that other laser cutter machine is going to go right here. And let's just see, where is the, yeah, this. Let's bring this over here because it's going to be used kind of over in this area. So the other laser cutter, as soon as I get it, is going to go here. And it will immediately start production and send them this direction. But we don't want to send it into this. We need to set it into another polishing machine, which will then put into another consumer goods machine. So this is only a 1-in-1. We need another consumer goods machine. So now that we got this delivery, you see I only have 20 grand left. That's why I needed the loan. We're going to go ahead and grab one of my laser cutting machines. Let's get that started right here. All right, and that should start immediately upon me clicking this button right there. So now it will begin going to work now too. Okay, the next thing then is we need the polishing machine. That's going to be over here. And we also need it to have enough space. I think right about here is fine. We need to have enough space to where we can get the belt to come in and merge with this one with the other laser cutter, because we're going to have another laser cutter here as well. So there will be another laser cutting machine. I think we'll probably place it here. seems like it's probably fine. Yeah. And then there will be another one there, there, and there. So now we need the belt to split over here and to work that. So I have another splitter. It's right over here. And I actually think I need one more. Because this is the initial... we're going to have another wasted split. Ooh, hey, now that's an idea. This wasted split, I could send it around. I'm not opposed to this idea. Now that's an idea there. Hey, guys. That's an idea there. It's not a waste if I can somehow flip it around. Right? I think so. Hold on. If I take this away, I'm changing the game. Hang on. But it might be worth it. First off, I need to move my character and get out of my way. Get out of your own way. Now, if I move this here, I know this might look, it's going to use more belts, but I mean, it makes it to where this isn't a waste anymore, which is kind of cool. So let me come over here. Look at all these belts I have to use, man. All right, let's move this right over here so I can easily access it. So if I move you, and I know it's a little bit messy, but it could work. It just means more belts. That's the only thing. I will need to buy more belts. But if it allows us to use this, then I'm kind of okay with it. So now everything is on the solid white line. But it ends up going through here and then around like that. So instead of needing to split from this like before, I can then just kind of wrap this around and start the process again on this side is what I'm thinking. So I guess I would move you to be this way and then move you to be this way. This guy just gets trapped in his workspace, which I'm not sure it matters. This conveyor belt here. It is definitely more belts than I originally anticipated. So maybe this is less efficient. I think maybe the waste over here was an okay idea. This is going to cost me a lot more in belts. I thought it was an interesting experiment, and we can still move these around, no problem. So let me put this the way I was originally going to do it, and then you can probably see it's okay if this is a dead end. We don't have to use it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have just enough conveyor belts to make this happen, and done. So now all I need to do is get you and put you there. So now I've got 4 laser cutters. And I've got 2 polishers, but remember the polishers, they need to send into a consumer goods assembly machine. Okay, and then that's what I have left over here is another consumer goods assembly machine. So this has to come over here. But now also what has to happen, right, is the metal needs to get into this machine as well. So this is the part where we have to figure out where this output is ultimately going to be and get that going correctly. So I think what we'll probably do is we'll close down really quick so I can move these things around. Let me move this over. I'm going to need more conveyor belts. It's pretty clear I'm going to need more conveyor belts. So it's going to happen. This is a lot of conveyor belts in here to make this work. Just one input machine, but I think it's okay. So I'm going to take this belt away for a second. Take this belt away. Take this belt away. Get my character out of the way. And what I'm going to do is put this here, I think. And trying to see where this would be. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm trying to just really get it to be the right spot. The output has to go and join. I want the outputs to kind of join together, to be honest. Like, this could be good. This would be okay. As long as the metal's going to have to go around the output station. So for now, I think it's fine. But this is going to have to go... My character is always in the way. It's going to have to go here and then there. And then we're going to need this to go into there. The belt output's going to have to be close now, like really close now. Let's get you there. Let's get you there and you... The metal needs to be moved over somewhere. How am I going to get you to behave? How am I going to get you to move to where I want you to move? I could move this back a bit so it's not quite so far away, but I'd still have to come up more from the other side. Alternative actually is I take once this is done, let's pull this belt really quick. I think I might be able to make less, use less belts on this part. I think. So let's get these belts kind of out of the way for a second. Okay, come on. Come on. I'm right clicking. There we go. All right, I need the polishing to be completed. And then what we'll do is we'll flip the polisher. So it's a little bit closer and it kind of over here. And as soon as it's done, there. So I want to put this, again, right where my character is standing, basically. Get out of the way. I want to put this here, I think, instead. It's going to be the same number of belts on the bottom side. What if I move it to be here instead? I think that would be less belts. I'm actually not sure if that's less belts, but I'm trying to get the other side closer, basically. So that gets us to there, and then this one can flip this way and go in like that. So it gives me one extra belt. But everything moves around like that into this machine. Now that I've got that done, though, I can move this machine down, right? And now that gives me extra belts to work with here too. So if that's the case, then the output can go that way into this area. But I'm still going to need more. Yep, because I still have to get the metal rings into here too. That still has to happen. So the metal rings has to be, I want to set this up like basically behind the station here. This will get set up like basically behind this, and then we'll split it one direction or the other, but we have to split it twice if we're going to do it. Or I suppose I don't have to split it twice if I situate this on, yeah. Okay, so here's how you do. If you only want to split it once, then you don't line it up on the solid lines. We'll line it up on the dash lines. That way, when we split it once or split it an odd number of times, then it ends up on the right lining up correctly. Okay, so I need more. Yeah, that's the moral of the story is the factory's kind of shut down for a second. It's okay. Shut down for a second, and I am going to drive over and get this because I can't call for a delivery anymore. It's past 2 o'clock. So the delivery would happen tomorrow, but I can do it today. And I'm going to grab a whole bunch of conveyor belts. I really can't grab a whole bunch, can I? Because I only have $20,000. Hang on. Jensen Capital. I haven't borrowed any money from you here. I paid you off a long time ago. How about $40,000 from you? Thank you very much. That'll get me a few more belts. I'll be right back. Okay, I bought as many conveyor belts as I financially can afford. I'm down to $2,700 and that's it. I spent everything I got and I maxed out all my credit cards trying to do this factory thing. And it looks like this last conveyor belt can't be in the truck. Let's see why. Yes, the storage shelves, man. I left the storage shelves in there. We are going to permanently destroy the flatbed and stick that in instead. So we just won't have a flatbed in the truck, but we have a flatbed in the factory anyway, so we'll just use that one. Okay, back to the factory now so we can get things going again. And we'll be at significantly increased capacity this time. Now, in case you're curious, how many have we made so far, right? You might be curious about such a thing, right? Well, here's Lexman Incorporated, and you can see jewelry expensive inventory is 267. So what we need now is for logistics to bring this inventory into our stores so we can sell it, right? So that's the next step after we get this whole thing sorted out that I'm doing already. As soon as I get that sorted, that'll be the step that we do. This is always the wrong way, but it's the fastest way to get there, so I do it anyway. Ooh, almost hit the wall. I did hit the bridge stanchion or bridge post or whatever you want to call it. The thing holding up the bridge. I slammed into that on the way here because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm at 86%. My truck was riding right here, ish. You know, and I'm like, okay, I'm in the lane, no problem, right? But you're gonna hit that, and it's gonna disappear, but you're gonna hit it. So yeah, you gotta be careful. So we're back inside the factory. It's kind of late at night now. We're gonna go ahead and grab our conveyor belts, just as many as I can here. I probably should grab the splitter as well. Okay, so let's start with the splitter, I think. And I want to back this up a little bit. And what we want to do is start this on a dotted line, the dashed lines. Because if we do that, like I said, that will allow us to have the splitter placed to place them on the solid lines. So now the splitter changes that and it puts it on the solid lines for us. So we'll have you wrap around this way. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I could go closer. I just, I don't know. Kind of felt like this was where I wanted to be, but I guess I can go closer here. So let's bring this to here. Let's say here. Keep it lined up correctly there. Okay. So we have this belt that goes this way. Yep. There we go. And then that way. One more. Oh, it's actually several more, isn't it? I have more in the truck, but I may need to get more. All right, so no, don't add the cart. Give me this. So I have 8 more in the cart, or in the truck. There we go. And these 8 need to get it to here. So we're gonna place this. I guess it's gonna have to be this one. Darn. Yeah, because the other one's in the way. Okay, fine. So like this. Yep, like that. And then they're not gonna be able to get out. That's the thing. Like the employee's not gonna be able to like reach the water and stuff. Not sure if that's a problem or not. I mean, there's no walkways. I'll get just enough. There. So turn it on. Oh, not just enough. I need to go a little bit closer. My bad. Oh, okay, fine. You're moving. Fine. Move it there. Yep, move it there. And then we'll move you up. Move you up. 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 Need to wait till you're not moving and then I can move you up. There. Move this there. This can go out. I do have an extra. Nice. Then I can't move this until you're gone. So there we go. Now you're back. Okay. That should take care of everything. And then this is going to be our expensive jewelry. Done. And both of you output into the output station, which then this is the output station right here. He can't get out. So I don't know how that works as far as employees go. But sure. So yeah, we have all these rocking now. They don't work at exactly the same time, which I think is kind of okay. They have to alternate and stuff anyway. So the polishing machine is down to 30 minutes. 30 minutes. These two are 30 minutes to here, and these two are 30 minutes to here, and then both of these are 30 minutes. For a total of one, on average, one every 15 minutes. Because we're making 2 every half hour, right? So we're getting 1 every 15 minutes. Ergo, we're making 4 per hour. That's good. I think we can hold off on increasing capacity from now on, just with that. So this here will eventually wrap around and get into another laser cutter, which will have another 4 more like over here on this side working this way. So eventually that will happen. But in the meantime, I think for now, I'm just going to leave that belt there because it doesn't really do anything for me. And we're just going to let these guys, just going to let them work the way they are. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to do a couple of things. We're going to want to make the deliveries of these expensive jewelry need to get into our jewelry store. Right now, I should have the expensive jewelry on the shelves here, I think. At least I thought that's how that would go. Right here, jewelry expensive. Yeah, so if I grab, there's $218,000. Okay, now with that $218,000, we can come over here and say, okay, I want to pay off, let's say, this loan. And I can pay off, let's say, this loan. Hang on, I don't want to be too careless with this because deliveries later. So purchasing agent, what are you buying? 10,000 so far, 68, that's 78, 80 something. Okay, and then this one is the additional delivery of more uncut gems expensive. Because we need to buy a bunch more to get ourselves back up. Our production is bigger, so I just need to make sure I have enough money for that delivery later too. So let's hold off on debts. But see, that's the thing. I can now take down my debt payments a little bit by doing that. So over here, we have expensive jewelry. We're just going to take these boxes. This is completed expensive jewelry, which means I can now place this in my store and sell it right now. So I can come back Let's back up like this. And I can head on over to the middle finger and place these things in stock. Now, I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to do that because I don't have the jewelry cases, but I think I have extras in that store. So if I go to inventory, no, it's... Yeah, let's check prices really quick. We're solid. I did notice a couple of these got lower than me, so I lowered it down a little lower than that. Like I had 38.50. I don't know who it is, but competition went 38.40, so I went 38.30. Right here. So jewelry, cheap floor cases. Yes, I have twice as many as I need. So I can swap those out. I'll swap 2 of them out for expensive jewelry instead, and then place the expensive jewelry in stock and sell what I'm already making. All right, so let's do that for tomorrow. 12:50 a.m. Not exactly open right now, but my staff will be informed that there's some new, very high-level products that we need to, keep an eye on. Also, just looking here, HR managers, do we have any more that are not? No, we're good. This needs to be silver, though. Silver here. Yep, we need to just swap those out really quick for silver. No big deal. I got my dog above my head right now. Just like, they get like those hard bones, right? They're just hard. And he's on the wood floor. So naturally, every time it drops out of her mouth, bang, bang, on the wooden floor above me. So it's kind of distracting me is all I'm saying. I'm going to go that way because our jewelry store is on 5th Street. And we are right here. So I will park across the street, I guess, because I can. It's okay. And then we're going to get out in the rain. Their flatbed. Yeah, we're losing energy now. It's all right. We got a little extra to spare. So here inside the middle finger, all we're going to do is we're going to take... Let's put this on the shelf first. We'll just put these in storage. Okay. So they're there now. And then all we're going to do is take these and switch it to expensive. Switch this to expensive. And then we come over inside the business and we alter the prices. So that's not acceptable. We're going to alter the prices to wherever the market rate is. Right now it's $16.30. So we're going to go, let's say $15.80 to undercut our competition a bit. Then we're going to sell each one of them. Yeah, for $1,580. We have 250 in stock. And that's stuff that we made in our own factories. So that's the entire production change just happened in the last couple videos, right? We brought in raw materials. We changed up how we manufactured. Out of the raw materials came really valuable materials. Then we delivered them to our stores, priced them accordingly, and away we go. And I can get more money for each one if I sell them to higher value markets. So as we ramp up our production of expensive jewelry, I now need to start opening more jewelry stores to have that flow. So my headhunter right now, I think, is looking for a logistics manager. Is that what I told him to do? He's looking for a logistics manager, but not a very skilled one, between about 24 and 35%. I'm not looking for anyone that's really expensive. All they're going to be doing is moving stuff from one warehouse to the other. So it doesn't really matter. The other thing I could do with them is take it from the manufacturing warehouse direct to store if I fill up, because my other logistics manager, he's only got 8 destinations at max skill, right? 8 destinations, and he's using 7 of them already. So at the moment, now the good news is that the middle finger is one of them. So if I can just get this other logistics manager to move things from one warehouse to the other, then we'll be in great shape, because then I can just have this thing pull it out of the warehouse. So I'm going to tell this guy to keep, let's say, 200 in stock over here. And the cheap jewelry, same thing. He doesn't have any because it's still back ordered. But yeah, so I'll tell him to keep 200. He won't be able to do that, of course, until I start delivering. But now that I'm producing more of them, making more of them, I'm hoping to be able to make, enough to keep enough to keep the store flowing, enough to keep the store going. Both shelves can only hold 50, so I need at least 100 every day. I'm saying 200, but I really only need exactly 100. So should be all right. Gold health insurance, and yeah, we still don't have cheap jewelry. Is it still back ordered? Yep. As of 141, still back ordered. But hey, we got expensive stuff now, and that's what's really great. Let's go and sleep for like 7.5 hours. There we go. No alerts, no warnings, no nothing. Okay, let's eat really quick, and then we're gonna take a look at our business here. So Luxman now has 65 new expensive jewelry in stock. That's great. I want to see really quick Char Inc. Do we have any desks? We do. There's a standard office desk right there, and there's another one right there. Okay, so we need to take a look at those logistics managers. Yeah, you can also get another headhunter, which is something I wanted to do too. So any phone is important for this one. Office phone, any phone. They just want phones. Look at them all. Every single one of these headhunters want phones, except the one I currently have. Huh? Really? Because I don't remember buying a phone. Hold on now. Current business, Char Inc. Headhunter. He does want an office phone. I gave him one. I don't remember doing that, but okay, cool. Yeah, headhunters like phones. So I guess we'll just need to give it to him. So in the schedule, we're gonna go. It's here. Yep, right through here. Headhunters. Let's get any phone is better than something it's like specific phone. So how about 93%, 89%? They're so expensive, you know. Andrew Lee. That's gonna just complicate things having another Andrew. Jesse Bollock. All right, Jesse Bollock is now my new headhunter. We'll put you in there. I need to get you a phone. And then there should be logistics managers also being looked at here. So let's just kind of scroll down to the L's if it exists. It does not exist yet. Ooh, okay, you didn't find anybody yet. That's a little concerning, but okay. Well, keep looking. I need to go get a phone for my new headhunter. And then that new headhunter is not on the schedule, so we need to put them on the schedule. So schedule, put that headhunter on the schedule. And then they want the phone, which I'm gonna go provide. Just a quick trip to Michael Scott's to provide such a thing for them. So I wonder if there's anything else I should provide. Probably a water cooler. Water cooler would be a good thing for the factory, because a lot of my factory people wanted a water cooler. It's a very simple thing to give them. It's not super expensive, so I'm gonna look at doing that too. So I'll be right back. Let's see where the phone needs to go here. Got the office phone. I already delivered the water cooler, so we're good there. And who's the one that wanted that? Jesse Bollock. Where is Jesse? Jesse is... It is this one right there. Place the phone on your desk. Okay, yeah, right next to it. Let's maybe offset her a little bit. There we go. You happy now? Yes, you are. Good. You got yourself a phone. Have fun with that. Now I could go over to my headhunters and have them each look for different things, right? So I have the logistics manager. I need to add another plan. Get Jesse on there. And then I think I want you looking for drivers right now, because I'm going to need a truck to take things from one place to another anyway. So why don't you look for I wanted to go up. There we go. Driver. It doesn't have to be very skilled, because I'm probably just going to put my pickup truck in there, honestly. I think I'll just give them the truck that I'm driving right now. So it's because it's a very simple task. So I think probably that skill level is fine. Okay. That's it for now. Let's go back to the truck, and God, I don't really have much else to do. I need to save money. I am going to drop this truck off, and I have stuff in the back of it. So that is something to consider. I guess the shelves, what we'll do is we'll have... The shelves need to go to one of my other businesses. Let's put the shelves in... I'm tempted to put it in LM Eats. Not 5 cups. Let's put 2 of them in the jewelry store in case I have like a lot of stock. Whoa, I think... Whoa, is this the jewelry store here? I think I'm actually already there, aren't I? Aren't I like right outside it right now? I'm sorry. Yeah, I am right there. That's the middle finger. Okay, so we're just going to manage storage. Give me 2 of these shelves to put there, and then I'll put the other 2 in LM Eats. It's fine. And then I'm going to drop this off, and it's 80% state. The truck, I mean. in its 80% state. I will go ahead and put that. There's not a whole lot of room for you, is there? I guess we're just gonna, you know, fit you in right here. Just the way that goes. More storage shelves for you. So I just dropped off the shelves at LM Eats, and now I'm gonna whip this truck over here, and we're gonna back it up into the carport on this factory. Here we go. Get it in there. And we're just going to put it into position right here. And this truck is going to be dedicated to this facility. So there we go. The Ford V150 has been assigned to this slot. And I just need a driver to drive it now. And everything will be good. Now that, of course, means I don't have a car myself right now. I'm going to take a cab over to get myself a new one. And they close at 7. Hopefully I get there in time. Very good. Wanted to make sure I got there in time. We are going to get my none of it. Because I can't. This is the wrong store. This is the wrong store. Nope. This is not what I want to do. Kevin's close. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Kevin's close. Oh, wait. It's this one. Okay. Oh, shoot. They're already closed. They closed at... I'm going to assume they were closed. Did they just close at 5? What? 4. Ah, oh, I clicked the wrong one. Well, I mean, while we're at Kevin's close, this is Mr. Moreau's store, but I don't know. Let's see. Can we shop for clothes? Is that even a thing? Do I even want to shop for clothes at Moreau's store? I don't think I do. $163 for this single shirt, man. Look at all these people in here. Moreau is making lots of money. Look at all these people. Wowzers. There's like really a terrible organizational structure to all the stuff in here. No clean lines or rows or anything. How do you find things in the store? I feel like I'm in a weird, freaky clothing Costco. All right. Well, clearly I messed up the timing on getting my none of it, but it's okay because I will just take the subway back home and we'll go over there in the morning and get my none of it. And that's the next car I'm going to own, which is the car I wanted anyway. Cool thing about the none of it is it's got very similar storage space to the truck. I actually think it can hold a little bit more. It's 24 units instead of 20, I think. So very similar, but it comes with a much higher price tag. So don't hit it, right? Let's try to drive safer. And the really cool, very convenient auto park feature, which is going to be very good for me as well. I don't know. To be honest, guys, I don't think I like the earbuds. It's weird to have, like, I think I'm gonna just put the earbuds here because I think I like having the music shut off when I'm out of the car. Does that make sense? Is it weird? Maybe if I was playing without recording, maybe it would be different, but I don't think it would be. It's just like the same songs over and over again, right? If I had my own music, that would change things considerably. Like if I you can add your own music to the game, which you can do. I won't do it for YouTube because, copyright, but you can do that. Okay. What was the phone call I just had? Stump mesh chair. Okay. Well, those ones tend to be important ones instead of nice to haves. So we'll see if we can keep them happy otherwise. But let's head on over to Manhattan Luxury Cars. And we'll get ourselves a none of it. I think it's definitely black. Get ourselves a black SUV. I mean, that's, and I can just pretend I have a driver, even though I don't have a driver, but I can pretend. All right. So we'll head on over in there. I think it's $65,000 for the none of it. I think it is anyway. There's the Mercedes. And the Beamer. Beamer's pretty good. What does the Beamer have as far as storage speed go? Storage capacity is 10. Okay. But the none of it's what I want. The none of it has, 18. Okay. I did feel like it was a little weird that the SUV would have less than the pickup truck, but it doesn't. Sorry, more than the pickup truck, but it doesn't, so it's fine. So 18 capacity here. We definitely want it to be just a black SUV, right? I guess I can go crazy with a big bright red one. Nah, I want a black one. Black SUV, here we go. This has the auto park feature. So we'll look at that too. If you haven't seen it before, it's very convenient. Especially if you don't have the parallel parking skills that I have. and it's very convenient. All right, so, and it's also very quick, just like the truck was. I don't think it's as fast as the truck. I feel like the truck was a little bit quicker, right? This is like a top speed of 70. The truck, I think, was 80. But you can see as I drive by, there's like this green highlight that'll show up next to the parking spaces. Sometimes if I'm driving slow enough, you'll see that. And all I have to do is hit the auto park button for that. So if I want to pop in there, I can just hit this button and it'll pop me in there. That one's pretty tight space though. But yeah, like right here, I can just hit the button and now I'm perfectly parked in the space and I don't have to deal with it anymore. So that's very nice. Now the downside of the none of it though is it just guzzles gas. It drinks it up. Complete absurd gas inefficiency. But it's nice because I can also jump the line, and my auto park skills can just jump the line there too. So anyway, I like this car. I'm probably not going to drive it everywhere, but it's my main car for now, and I need to make sure I don't actually damage it because it's very expensive to fix. True story. I want to really quickly go in here. Auto park just slides me right in there. Is this where I could get the... No, it's the other store. It's the other store. The other store, and this is the downside of auto parking, is sometimes it gets you in situations like this where it's like, oh, how do I get out without damaging it? Yeah, like that. I can't get out without Austin Powers nonsense. So 97 already. Yeah, so we're gonna go to, let's see, AJ Peterson is where I wanted to go. I think I want to buy some more jewelry cases. I'm gonna open up another jewelry store as my next business because we need to be able to facilitate the sale of all these products that we are creating. We need to be able to facilitate the sale of those things. So let's head on over here and we're just gonna take a look. I'm probably gonna buy probably a large jewelry store, right? So probably 1, 2, this will be enough for cheap on a 30. So 3, 4, that's cheap and expensive on a 30. If I can get a 30, I'd like to get a 30 because jewelry stores are not usually super high volume. So I'd like to get a 30. So this will be enough for capacity on a 30 for both types of jewelry. And then, yeah, display tables and stuff for electronics and stuff, gifts. So there's 2 expensive gifts, expensive flowers. And that's it for now. So we'll have gifts and flowers and jewelry already ready to go right here with these 8 items. And, there's a little bit of an expense that goes on that, but we're going to open up another store. Now, to get that other store, I need to buy somebody out, probably. Unless somebody goes out of business. That'd be nice to see. Guess we could check in on that. Real quick. You want a computer monitor. So I got a lot of employees with a lot of demands. But if you're interested to see if anybody's about to quit, just go to the satisfaction tab. And you go to current employees and just sort by satisfaction. And the ones with the worst satisfaction will be at the top. Yeah, anyone you just hired is going to have probably the lowest usually. Like they start around 50. So this one says 60. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you look at them and you see that there's only one checkbox done, then that's a bad thing. So I need to give him the computer monitor. I can afford not to give him the mouse pad. That's fine. He's okay with not having it, but he's not going to have 100% satisfaction. And now his satisfaction will begin dropping because he just got this as a demand. This one's fine. It's going up. This one's going to go up. I think she's okay because she has the peaceful work environment. I think she's okay here. Gold health insurance is pretty important for everybody who wants it, but as long as you have the other 2 checkboxes, you really don't need to give it to them. They'll sit around 80%. Yeah. So, but I do need to, if they have 3 checkboxes and 2 of them are checked, then that's what I need to do. As far as what businesses to acquire, I'd like to get into Midtown or Murray Hill, but Midtown would be ideal. That's where Zhao is, which is a little bit kind of I don't think he's gonna like me being in there. So this retail is available. It's 15. It's 15, and I'm not gonna be able to acquire anything from Zhao either. So if I'm gonna acquire a business, it's gonna have to be a business from one of Zhao's competitors. I'm not gonna be able to get his. This is a fairly big one. That's an office though. I want retail. Let's see if there's an actual jewelry store that already has this stuff for me. It's probably all Zhao's. These are both Zhao's. 30, yeah. Not great traffic scores on these two stores, but yeah. There's one, 75. That's Murray Hill. That's Mr. Moreau. Yeah, okay. Lawrence Jewelry. This one is Jessica. I'm gonna have to do a little research here on buildings that are there, because again, the AI's got all of the good buildings, so I have to kind of look at this. I like this building here. I like this one. It's in Midtown too. It's 1.5 million. It's not super extreme, but I just like the balance. It's a 40 customer capacity, so that's interesting. I'm not used to 40s, because normally it's 15, 30, and then 75. But this one's a 40. I don't remember having 40s before. Were there always 40s? I don't remember this. Either way, there's this one here too. This is more reasonable to get, actually, too. Building is owned by Joyce Rauch. Business is owned by Joyce as well. For $500,000, I can take over her Midtown clothing store, and then I could take all the stuff out of it and make it a jewelry store instead. Let's go check this store out. Maybe leaving it as a clothing store would be okay. I'm not sure, because I don't really want to get into clothing right now. Not unless I'm making my own, and it's still very expensive to do that too. But it's not as expensive as making jewelry, but you have a lot of SKUs, right? Clothing there's a lot of different SKUs, and so you're going to need a lot of different machines. Like my jewelry thing is pretty straightforward. There's 3 machines, and you just need enough of them to scale. But with clothing, there's a lot more scaling going on because you have a lot of different types of products. All right, so we're gonna check this out. Prior Convictions ad being right there, and not too bad. It's quite a large store, honestly. And this is a 40, huh? I don't recall this layout being there when we did it before. I don't see. Oh, there is bathrooms right here. Okay, so I don't see bathrooms. Okay, so storage shelves in here. I like how they colored the storage shelves. I never thought of that. Yeah, that's cool. I just never thought about doing that. Okay. Lots of different clothing in here. They have a lot of cheap clothing. I'm not seeing expensive clothing. So this is the part where the AI doesn't have access to the expensive clothing. But if I'm making the clothing, if I'm making expensive clothing, can I be a supplier for them? I don't know. But they don't have access to it, you can tell. So I could acquire this. They're actually out of a lot of different things here. Yeah, 2 cash registers. We can make this work. Got like this little lounge. Oh, this is the changing room area. Okay, cool. I mean, I can make this area work. We could have this area over here just like they have it, but we could change it into like some couches and televisions and stuff, and just have like a lounging area where people can, I don't know, we gotta have gifts in here, flowers, jewelry, all sorts of things. I like it. This is my next acquisition target, I think. Joyce Rauch. And I'll sell what they have inventory, because I don't really want to get into clothing. So I'm gonna sell their inventory when I acquire it, and then as soon as they're out of inventory, or at least close to it, then I'll go ahead and get it redone from there. I think that's how I'm gonna approach that. Maybe I should have some park time for happiness sake. Okay, so our store is now out of cheap jewelry, but we are selling the expensive stuff, so we're still making pretty decent money. We're at 145,000 yesterday. Again, the weekends, Saturdays especially, are pretty slow. It's because the lawyers aren't making a lot of money on Saturdays, and then we're closed on Sunday entirely. So we're making $145,000 with very little contribution from Prior Conviction. So yesterday, you can see it's not even worth staying open, honestly. I could probably just close Prior Convictions on the weekends. It's just not even worth keeping it open, I don't think. So like I could have a few in the office, but that's it. So let's start taking out any lawyers that have like 50 hours. We're just going to pull them off of the schedule for Saturdays and have basically nobody in the office. And that'll be okay. 50, 50, 49, 50. Yeah, pretty much anybody that is super high hours already, we just take them off the schedule for this day. The only problem we're going to have here is if somebody wants 5 days a week. and I just happened to take them off of that day, in which case I'll put them back on the schedule. I'll have them be on this day. That's fine. So let's just see if I take everybody off the schedule here, even Lisa, just take Lisa off the schedule too. Is there anybody that isn't getting what they want? That's all the red stuff. And I'm looking for like 5 days a week, triggering and saying no, but that doesn't look like that's a big deal. A lot of people want that meeting table. I'm noticing that's a pretty big pattern here. A lot of meeting tables. Stump mesh office chairs. I need to do stuff like that. I need to get a couple of stump mesh office chairs then. The meeting table large is a big thing for this office. You know, executive desks and stuff too. Gold health insurance, etc. Yeah. Okay. So I think because there's still 3 customers per hour, I can probably just take 3. So how about we have 41 hours. Lisa Rowe, we'll have you work this day. I know you're coming in on Saturdays. Don't hate me, all right? I'm not your Lumberg. John Thornburg is going to be over hours, so we're not going to do that. Let's go. You have to have like 41 something. Yeah, so this one's fine. Yep. And then 46, too many hours, 40 right here. You can be there. Yep. And we'll just kind of bring you up. No. Oh, are you already in here somewhere? Oh, there's more people here. Get them out of here. Get out. There we go. Just get everybody out. There. Okay, just the top piece, please, and then extend. All right, maybe we'll do 4 just in case it pops, but probably not necessary. We'll say Herbert with not having his executive desk. So you 4 will be there, and this says from 8 to 5. If I take a look at the insights, it really looks like we don't have hardly any business until 9, and then we closed at 5. We could stay open a little bit longer, maybe. Because it looks like it's fine. We're gonna stay. We're gonna go 1 hour less, I think. Let's go. We'll open at 9. Just trying to save some money there on Saturdays, and then we're not open on Sundays at all. So that's completely fine. So Ella Meats is out of stuff. I need to deliver more there. So I need to like take a second. And it's not the most entertaining stuff, which is usually why I skip this kind of thing. But if I skip it, then I get a lot of comments saying you're doing this, you should do this, and it's like I already am doing that. I'm just not putting it on video because like the vast majority of people don't really care to spend time watching that stuff. It happens all the time. I swear it does. So I think maybe what we'll do is I just want to take an adjustment here with our purchasing agent. So we need more chicken kebab skewers coming into the warehouse. I'm gonna say we do 10,000 in the warehouse. Okay, it's a 200,000 order. I'm good on money, right? So 430. Looks like maybe $480,000 as of now. It'll be more after today, and then the Monday morning will trigger too. But this is still on back order, so yeah. And that's the other thing I want to do is I want to start making the cheap jewelry as well. So if I'm not selling a whole lot of the expensives, then I'll swap it and I'll switch it to cheap jewelry on some of it. That's the nice thing about having a lot of laser cutters is I can be like, okay, we're going to do cheap jewelry instead. And I can switch it over pretty quickly and just like cover that big bulk for a little while. I would need another input station though, and therefore another employee and I don't think I need another output station. No, output station, no, but the inputs I would, I think. And so that would mean another employee if I want to make both of them at the same time. Okay, I'm going to just take a second. I'm going to look through all the demands, look through all the happiness stuff, and I'm going to spend today going around to stores buying things like the mouse pads, the monitors, the executive desks, the stump mesh office chairs, the meeting table, etc. I'm going to go through and do all of those things to meet all of their demands so that they don't get worse and worse and worse.